You know that feeling? Like there's a constant battle happening inside your head? There's one voice telling you to chase that next big thing, while another, quieter voice is whispering about just finding some inner peace. Well, today, we're going to dive into those two powerful forces. We're going to unpack a framework that could totally change how you see your own inner world. I mean, does this sound familiar? That feeling of inner conflict, the nonstop mental chatter, or maybe just this low-level anxiety that you can't seem to shake. It's an incredibly common experience for so many of us, and it turns out there's a really good reason for it. Okay, so let's start with the mind we're all born with. The source material for this explainer calls it the worldly intellect. Just think of it as your brain's default setting. It's the autopilot that's been running the show since day one, and it is laser-focused on one thing and one thing only: survival. So what exactly is this worldly intellect? Well, it's basically our ancient built-in survival kit. It's the part of you that is super reactive, totally impulsive, and completely obsessed with the external world. Now, it's not the villain here. We absolutely need it to get through the day. But its job description? It's surprisingly narrow. Its main job is to handle the basics, hunger, fear, just daily functioning. But, and this is key, it's also constantly looking outward for its sense of well-being. It's always chasing happiness and things like wealth, status, possessions, and what other people think of you. It's always reacting to what's happening around you. And right there, that's the catch, because it's always looking outside for its next fix. The worldly intellect is stuck on a hamster wheel. Sure, it can deliver these temporary hits of satisfaction, but it's a game you can never, ever truly win. Relying on it alone is just a recipe for frustration, no matter how much you achieve. But what if there was another way to operate? This brings us to the second mind, what the source calls the wisdom intellect. And this is not a factory setting, you guys. This is an upgrade. It's one you have to consciously choose to install and then cultivate over time. The wisdom intellect is a total game changer. Instead of just reacting to the outside world, it turns its focus inward. It's analytical, it's reflective, and its entire goal is to achieve lasting peace and happiness from within, completely independent of your external circumstances. And when you put them side by side like this, the difference is just wow. On one side, you've got that default reactive mind, always chasing external rewards for a temporary high. And on the other, you have this cultivated, reflective mind, looking inward for a much deeper, more lasting fulfillment. It's a powerful reminder of the choice we have in every moment. Now, I know this might all sound a bit abstract, but it has very, very real effects. Just look at this quote from a practitioner named Sophie Orloff. By understanding this distinction, she was able to directly experience a sense of separation from her thoughts, to realize that she is the observer, not all that mental noise itself. That's a life-changing shift. Okay, so the big question is, how do you actually make this shift? Well, it's not about just closing your eyes and hoping for the best. There's a structured path, a proven map that has been passed down for generations. And this isn't some new age trend. According to the source, this is a 10,000-year-old roadmap to inner peace. And the key? You have to follow it exactly. The analogy they use is perfect. It's like a GPS. If you follow the turn-by-turn directions, you'll get to your destination. But if you start taking shortcuts, you're going to end up lost. So what do those first few turns on the GPS look like? Well, it begins with these 3 foundational steps. First, you just ground yourself physically, your place, your posture, turning your attention inward. Second, you simply observe your thoughts as they come and go, like clouds in the sky, without getting attached to them. And third, you use your breath as an anchor to keep your mind steady. And the power of this method is just incredible. The source shares this story of a practitioner in Ukraine who, despite being in a situation of extreme distress, used these exact steps to sit calmly and motionless for 90 minutes. That's a powerful testament to how this practice can create inner stability no matter what chaos is happening outside. So, where do you even begin with all this? Let's bring it all down to one simple, powerful action you can start taking right now, today. So the crucial point is this. This is not about fighting or trying to destroy that default worldly mind. It's a necessary part of you. The entire practice, the whole game, is simply about developing the awareness to recognize which voice is speaking. Is it the reactive, impulsive voice, or the calm, reflective one? This quote from another practitioner, Charlie Fall, just captures the mindset perfectly.
The worldly intellect is that part of us that loves to say, I know. It thinks it has all the answers. The wisdom intellect is the part that says, let me find out. It's all about shifting from certainty and ego to curiosity and humility.
And that leaves us with one final, powerful question to carry with you. As you go about your day, in moments of stress or joy, or when you have a big decision to make, just pause and ask yourself, which intellect is guiding me right now? Just asking the question, that's the first step on the path.